So the second part is called loving kindness for self and other. Last week was just loving kindness for another person. So Matthew and Caesarion last week, in the middle of the meditation, when we're thinking or visualizing or getting a sense of somebody that we quite like, that we trust, yeah, it doesn't matter who they are, it might even be a dog or a pet, and we're saying some phrases like, may you be well, may you be happy, may you be free from suffering, may you be free from danger, may you live with ease. Yeah, you could make your own up, but it's very invitational, and the may you be is very open. It's kind of, you know, it's highlighting the possibility that you could be. Yeah, it's not saying you'd better be, or I want you to be, or please be, because they all set you up for failure and set the other person up for failure. But last week, by wishing another person well, we're generating oxytocin, we're developing our sense of compassion and empathy. All these are good things for reducing stress levels, increasing oxytocin, increasing the hippocampus and the insula, responsible for kind of compassionate and empathetic thoughts. Yeah. But specifically for another person last week, because we can be tough on ourselves, can't we? To direct kindness to ourselves out of the blue last week may have been a step too far for some of us because we're not used to it. Yeah. Society doesn't train us that way. Yeah. I don't think, unless we have a really, loving, caring upbringing with that kind of emphasis on kindness for each other and the family, but also to yourself. It's something we need to learn. But by directing it to the other person first and staying there maybe for a couple of practices in the week or in the long term in the future, it just builds up the framework, the scaffolding for the mind and the body to feel safe enough to then say those phrases to yourself. Yeah, may I be well. May I be happy. And as we go through the meditation, as I say those words and a few other phrases, there'll be a pause for you to repeat that quietly in your mind. And to notice how, if you can, drop that idea, drop that thought into the body. Yeah, may I be well. Yeah, some people feel it there. Some people may be a bit tense with it. Some people might be uncomfortable with it. But we're slowly learning to open our heart, or to open our kind of empathy and compassion towards ourselves, so we can be there in the most difficult moments, in those stressful moments. We can have that smile. Yeah, we can be gentle with our attitude. We can notice when the body pops up and those negative phrases start, and actually have a word. Yeah, hey, may I be well. May I be happy. So there's plenty of times we can stop in the week informally to have those positive words to ourselves. Again, with more formal practice, that can get the brain into the routine. It can start to open up those neural networks. It can give you something that you can be informal with. Walking down the corridor to the exam. Yeah. Opening the front door before you walk into the house. May I be well, may I be happy. And getting used to how it feels, this is the thing, in the body, not just as a phrase, not just as, well, I'm just sitting here as a body, as a thing, and I'm doing this course. Opening to myself, having a sense of what's really going on. Okay. So again, get comfortable, ready for a little bit of practice, and we'll do the loving kindness for self and other. And let's just be open-minded to how these phrases settle within my own body, yeah, or land within my own body. So maybe the intention, you can set your own, but my intention here tonight is to be open to my own feelings, open to my own kind words towards myself, to not be scared, to not be uptight, to be open, to be curious how that feels, to be maybe a little bit courageous as well, just to nudge closer to kindness for myself. So we could perhaps just tapping into that formal meditation practice of noticing how you're breathing. Just slightly on purpose for a few breaths. You could notice how your mind is, or your emotions, or your body feelings. If things are really busy up there because of the pressures of work, the pressures of home, or not, maybe the mind is beginning to calm a little. But can we practice coming back to the supporter breath right now? Can you notice what is pulling your attention away from the breath? Or can you begin to just sit softly breathing and knowing that there's nothing else to do right now? And so there's nothing else to do. We could just give in to doing nothing. And so if it's becoming, if it's becoming uncomfortable, then, for example, Matthew, if you do want to stand up and have a, shake out and not participate, that's absolutely fine. But also for all of us here, it's noticing, where do we feel, the stress or the tension? Is it in our shoulders? Is it in our mind? Is it the simple fact of just, not doing anything when I've been so busy all day? It's like the mind could be screaming for something to do. Yeah. So this is not a practice for peace. This is a practice. All of the practices are for noticing. Yeah. Not to beat ourselves up. Can we be with the, whatever's going on? So if it is truly uncomfortable, then we just move on and do something different. Yeah. A warm drink, some fresh air, Be kind to ourselves. It's not to push, not to strive. No, I must do this. No, we don't. No, we don't. Okay. We may find that we can move around and then just come back to sitting. If there is a reaction or a response to whatever's going on, again, noticing the attitude. Not that it's right and not that it's wrong. We may be in a place where thoughts, feelings come flooding in. No need to suppress them or to shut the door on them. But maybe in order to establish maybe a sense of safety within us is to place our mind on somebody that we care for, that we trust. It's not to necessarily pick somebody, but can your mind present somebody that it feels close to and it trusts, it's loving towards, or just kind towards? And for some, it might be a memory. For others, it might be just a smell. Yeah, that perfume or the aftershave. For others, a felt sense. It just feels comfortable when I'm with this person. And if that's difficult, we could imagine somebody, a religious deity, a superhero, someone that we admire out there in the wider world. Being with that presence or being with the memory. Yeah. For some reason, I have a sense of my grandma no longer with us, but there's a photo downstairs in the front room. It's just on my mind. I don't know where that came from. So I'm going to hold on to that image loosely. And whatever you might have a sense of, I'm going to send those loving kindness phrases out there towards whoever or whatever you're sensing. Yeah. So may you be well. And you just run that through your own mind towards the person or thing. So may you be well. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering. May you be free from danger. May you live with ease. So like the ripples from a pebble dropping into a pond, can we open to any sensations within the body when we repeat those phrases? So I'll repeat just a few and then leave a space for you to come up with your own phrases, perhaps, that you would like to say to this person. A real heartfelt wish. Let it drop into the body. Or can we just open to how it's feeling, in there? May you be well. May you be happy. May you flourish in this life. May you attend to your needs. And I'll just leave a space for you to come up with your own phrases for your own person. Can you feel the warmth? Can you feel any safety? Can you a sense of being comfortable sending these messages out there? May you be well. And then we can turn our attention towards ourselves and we'll repeat those phrases for ourselves. And maybe we'll just try a couple of changes in perspective. But first, I'll move with I statements. So may I be well. I've just got my hand on my chest as well. So may I be well. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering. May I be free from danger. May I live with ease. I wonder if you could make some phrases up for yourself. Yeah, but I'm going to repeat that. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering, free from danger. May I flourish. May I come up with some kind phrases for the next few moments. I'll leave that to you. So it's to notice how the body is responding. We're not after a perfect experience, remember. We're noticing how we are when we're directing kindness towards ourselves. Just being with it for a moment or two. So we have 4 of us together tonight, and you have the person that you wished in your mind as well, perhaps. And so I wonder if finally we could add all ourselves and all the other people that we were wishing well in a large group in our imagination. And even where you are, allowing other thoughts or senses of other people that you care for just to drop in to your own mental space, to your own sense of a gathering. And we'll wish everybody well. And see if you can notice the difference in that approach. Yeah. So instead of pointed towards ourselves, we're going to open up to an even bigger group. Yeah. May we all be well. May we all be happy. May we be all free from suffering. May we all be free from danger. May we all live with ease. Have a good week. And let's have some space for you to continue wishing people well. Maybe more people can join you. Maybe you could use some different phrasing, just noticing how your body responds. We'll just do that now for a few minutes.